According to Stefan Handel, Aid of Advocacy, a journal to college success, January 1st, 2008, financial aid is not being promoted enough. Families with students that want to go to college and believe that it's financially out of reach with financial aid information, they're vital to convince them otherwise. I'm going to tell you a story about my cousin Carrington. Carrington is very outgoing. She's always at school, and since she was a little girl, her dream was to go to college. Now, when Carrington was a senior in high school, she realized that college would be a struggle because of her family's income. So she knew that she had to do something about this. She noticed that her high school was offering different types of financial aid workshops and giving out information. She would collect this information and start to go to these workshops. Each time she took notes, and once she gathered everything together, she took to her parents and told them that she thinks it is possible for her to go to college. They agreed, so they filled out the FAFSA application. A couple weeks later, Carrington had got an email saying that she did qualify for financial aid and was able to live her dream and go to college. According to Advisory Committee, Apply to Succeed, Financial Aid, September 27, 2010, students with financial aid is not being promoted enough, and the students need financial aid so they could go to college. I'm going to tell you and teach you how to fill out a FAFSA application form. The three main points that I'm going to go over are the different types of financial aids you can receive, how to fill out a FAFSA application, and also the common errors that are made. This brings me to my first point. There are many types of financial aids that you can receive, but I'm going to talk about 4 specific ones today. First, there are grants. Grants are based on financial need. This is money given to the students, and this money doesn't need to be repaid back, so this is a good financial aid. There's also scholarships. There are tons of scholarships out there, so you want to go look for them. There's even scholarships for being left-handed. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but they're out there, so go look for them. Also, there are scholarships that are given to the students. The 2 scholarships that I'm going to go over are merit scholarships and academic scholarships. Academic scholarships are pretty much based on your academics. So if you're the student with 4.0, has straight A's, colleges are going to come to you because they want you to go to their schools because they know that you're going to succeed there. Now, for merit scholarships, this has to do with being artistic or athletic. So instead of the football team, colleges are going to come to you again so you can go to their school and play for them. Then there are federal loans. Federal loans are pretty much borrowing money from the government. Yes, borrowing money could be looked at as very negatively because you're going to be in debt, but we need to look at the positive outcome of this. Yes, you're going to borrow money, but you're going to college, getting a degree, and ultimately finding the good job. Once you have this good job, it's way easier to pay back this money, and again, positive outcome is having a good job and degree for the rest of your life. Then there is work-study opportunities. Now, work-study is a funded program by the government that is given to schools, and students are given opportunities to actually work on campus. This is very convenient for the student because not only do they go to school on the same campus, but are able to work there and get paid. If you're interested in work-study, you want to look more deeply into this because there are also deadlines and applications that you have to fill out. This brings me to my second point on how to fill out a FAFSA application form. Now, the FAFSA application form can be very confusing and time-consuming, so you want to make sure that you have a lot of time and your parents with you to help you out. Also, there is a couple documents that you're going to need, such as your Social Security card, your identification card, any W-2 forms, any income financial forms that your parents might have to help you do the financial portion of the FAFSA application. Now, as you can see on the screen behind me, this is a visual of how the application looks. Like I stated before, the financial aid application can be very confusing. So there's a helps and hints portion on the side of the screen. This breaks down each question for you. So if you could look at it and try to understand the question. Now, if you don't understand the question, this is okay. You can always save it and go back to the application. There's also a number that's on the website that you can call, or simply take it to to your high school counselor, and I'm sure they'll be glad to help you. Now, this is how we get started. Go online to www.fasfa.edu.com. Once you go here, a page is going to pop up. Now there's a big blue box that says Get Started Here. Click that. Then there's going to be a page that comes up that's going to ask you for basic questions such as your name, birthday, social security number, easy questions like that. Then click Next. Then the username and password portion is going to come up. Now, in this, you just pick a username and password that you're going to be familiar with or something that you have used before. If you haven't, if you're not familiar with it or something that you're using that you haven't used before, just simply write it down and you can always go back to it. After this, you fill out the application. Make sure that nothing is left blank and you fill out that information correctly because you don't want the application to be sent back to you. Now, once this is finished, it will be sent off and processed. You're going to get an email, such as Carrington, saying whether you qualified or you haven't. Now, if you haven't, don't be discouraged. This just means that you have to look for other financial aids, such as the ones that I stated before, like federal loans or work study. This brings me to my third point. The common errors that are made on a FAFSA application. There are many common errors that people make, so pay close attention to this. Most common errors are made on the income portion of providing any financial, information. So when it asks for, let's say, your household income, you don't want to put your anything that has to do with your taxes or anything like that. So make sure you understand the question carefully. Also, there are a lot of errors made on your social security number. Don't get your social security number mixed with your birthday. You want to put the right numbers down. And then when asked for your social security number, it means you, the students, and not your parents. When asked for your parents, just simply put theirs. Let's say your parents don't have a social security number. You just simply put in zeros for this portion, and this indicates that you've answered the question correctly. Another common error that is made is about the income. So let's say it's asking for your household income, and let's just say it's $500. The cents is already provided for you on the FAFSA application, so you don't have to add the cents in. Because if you put 500.00, that's going to equal to $50,000, and there's two different amounts from $500. So make sure you put the right amounts in there. Financial aid is not being promoted enough, and you, the students and the parents, need to understand this information so you know that college can be possible for you. There is a lot of information that you don't understand and need to, such as the 3 things that I talked about today. The different types of financial aids you can receive, how to fill out a FAFSA application, and also the common errors that are made. Look at my cousin Carrington. She goes to Yale University and is finishing up her master's degree in psychology. Don't let money be the reason why you don't go to college. Thank you.